Well, we've had an indifferent start to the season, shall we say. Welcome back to our Manchester United Football Manager series. And yes, last time you were with us, it was the season opener against Arsenal, where we came back from 2-0 down to grab a 2-2 draw. But actually reviewing that game, I noticed the impact that Diego Dalot had. And I know that would worry real Man United fans, praising Diego Dalot, but he did. Ahmad struggled in the first half. We had gaping spaces right wing back. Dalot came on and actually had a hand in both goals. He mesmerised us with the run he had to help us score the first goal that we can see in the background. A great run, searching run, and that helped to lead to Sesko's first goal, and then technically had a part to play in the second, where his deflected shot landed at the feet of Sesko and that made it 2-2. But as I say, he did help the defence and he did help the attacking threat. So Dalot has come into the team in the recent games since Arsenal. But unfortunately, Dalot and the rest of the team didn't have an impact in our next match away to Fulham. Approaching half-time, and Fulham take the lead then at home to Craven Cottage. Nice ball through. And as I say, 1-0 just before the break. And that would be the way the result ended. So we lose away to Fulham. So only 1 point from the first two. A draw against Arsenal, then a loss away to Fulham. Our next match took us away to Bradford in the Carabao Cup second round. And things weren't really getting much better for us there, because Bradford, in the opening phases of this game, within the first 10 minutes, they take the lead to go 1-0 up. And then inside 15 minutes, they grabbed themselves a penalty, which they stuck away, and it was 2-0 to Bradford. Worth noticing, we had a complete changed team. We played Chido Obi up front, gave Shea Lacey his debut. We had Diego Leon on the left, so plenty of changes for this game. And yeah, we did start to come back into this game. Tyler Fredrickson, as you can see here, played the ball in, and Obi scoring. And then just before half-time, Ugarte played a nice ball out to Ahmad on the right, who plays it in. And then it was at the feet of Obi, who got 2 goals in this first half to level the scoring and put everything a little bit more relaxed environment for us as we headed into the break. And then around 65 minutes, Obi involved again, took it on the volley, deflects off a Bradford player and into the back of the net. So Obi scoring 2 and having a big hand in the third. And that would be the final score. So 3-2, Obi getting a couple there. And as I say, complete changed team. This was the team. Heaton in goal, Fredrickson, Maguire and Heaven with the back three. Ahmad came back at right wing back. Diego Leon came in at left wing back. Ugarte and Mainu in the centre of midfield. Shea Lacey, as I said, got his debut on the right. Mount on the left. And Obi, who was man of the match, through the middle as the striker. And the final game in this run was at home to Burnley. And really, it was respective of real life, where this was a must-win game really early on, with Man City and Chelsea in the lead to come. If we didn't win here, then we'd have big problems. But luckily, we did. We opened the scoring there with Sesko, as you can see in the background. And we went on to win this one comfortably. Casemiro making it 2. Actually win this 5-1. And I must say, Mason Mount got the pick of the goals here. The third goal, an absolutely great finish as Dorgu gets it here. Plays it into Mount. Look at this left-footed shot. Absolute perfection there for Mount. Acuna got our 4th, and he played really well in this game, which is a shame, because not in this game, but a few days after, Acuna has picked up an injury, so he's going to be out of the Man City and Chelsea games. But he played really well, as I say, scored that 4th goal, and then you're seeing the 5th goal in the background here. Acuna gets the assist into Xerxes, who made it 5-1. So a 5-1 victory, great performance from Cunha. But as I say, Cunha is sadly out of the game with Man City today, as well as the Carabao Cup game and the Chelsea game. So this is how it all looks then, as we saw in the first episode. 2-2 draw with Arsenal, and as we've now seen, we lost 1-0 away to Fulham, beat Bradford in the Cup, and we beat Burnley at home to get our first victory in the Premier League. And next up is Man City. Does mean Middlesbrough splits the game with Chelsea. So today's episode will focus on the Man City game, and we'll probably return them for Chelsea, and maybe a double header with Chelsea and the Liverpool games, skipping the Brentford and Sunderland games in between. But Man City up today, and they have won all 3 of their games so far this season. They have conceded some goals, not in the first game against Wolves, beat them 2-0, then 2-1 against Spurs, and then last time out 3-2 away to Brighton. But either way, they're looking pretty good, so we're going to be up against it today. This will be the team then for this City game, and as I mentioned, Dalot has come in as the right wing back, doing pretty well there for us, so he's going to start again today. And as we also mentioned, Cunha is out injured, so Mount is going to be on the left-hand side. As I say, with that Cunha injury, suffered in training, he's out for another 4 days to 2 weeks. So he should miss, he's missing today, of course, should miss the Carabao Cup and the Chelsea game. He may well be back for the Brentford game. Yeah, he should be back for the Brentford game because we've got 9 days between Chelsea and Brentford. So Cunha's going to miss today against City, Middlesbrough and Chelsea. He'll return for Brentford. This is the team for the Manchester derby then. It's Lamens in goal, Yoro, De Ligt, Shaw, the 3 at the back, Dalot right wing back, Dorgu left wing back, Casemiro and Fernandes in central midfield, Mount on the left because Cunha's out injured, and Mbeumo on the right, Sesko up top. As we mentioned earlier, Dalot on that right wing back, replacing Ahmad, who didn't have the greatest of starts against Arsenal, but he's got a chance to win his place back. He's, of course, on the bench for today's game. And this is the table then. As we said, Man City have won all of their games so far. We are in the top half of the table at least. But today is going to be a very difficult game, I am sure, as we await the teams here at the Etihad. And here they come. Captains don't lead them out, I've just noticed here on Football Manager. I think that was Yoro leading the team out, not Bruno Fernandes. But anyway, we're underway. What can we do today? I do not want to be on positive, I've just noticed. I want to be more balanced today. Can we get a result against City? It's going to be difficult. Most difficult game of the season so far, I would say. Although, of course, we did play Arsenal. We rode our luck there, though. Long ball out. City are going to get possession here. Doku into Phil Foden. On the left, our right, back to Doku. Phil Foden into Silva, and that's a good block. I think, was that Yoro in there? Or was it Shaw? Either one of them getting a block. Over half an hour gone, and we've only had that one highlight so far, that block shot. So it's been a very quiet Manchester derby. Have I spoken too soon, as Man City have a throw-in, and we've got another highlight here. Can we get a turnover possession, or is this going to be Man City all the way? Haaland's through, and it's off the post. Oh, I thought that was going to be in the back of the net, but Haaland off the post, and Dalot gets it away for us into Mbeumo. But we have another bit of luck there. Only one shot from ourselves so far in this game. 6 now from City, 3 on target, and it's looking like it's going to be Man City again on the attack. Throw. Vino into Doku. Yoro gets it away. Rodri, Silva. Is that going to be a penalty? No, it's not. And the shot is over the bar. Just checking there's not going to be any VAR. No, there's not. And I was going to say, hopefully we're going to get into the break at 0-0. But we've got a minute added on. Well, saying that, Dorgu, can he keep the ball here? Yes, he can. Shaw into Casemiro. Mount. That's a lovely ball over to Mbeumo. Actually, it's gone out a little bit too wide. Can he find a cross, maybe? Into Sesko. No, he turns well. Mbeumo into the area, and that's a bit of a tame shot in the end, straight to Donnarumma. That's our first chance of today. And that will surely be half-time. So, rode a little bit of luck, but not been too bad for us this first half. We've got a free kick here. Luke Shaw's over it, which is odd, but I guess he's got a left foot. There we go, played in. Donnarumma punches out to Fernandes. Mbeumo on the half volley, and Mbeumo has put Manchester United 1-0 up here. I think that was on the half volley. Did I get too excited? I think that was on the full volley. I was a bit concerned Shaw was over the free kick, but it worked out well. Fernandes, just a nice little header. Yeah, it was on... I think it had a couple of bounces. Is that a quarter volley? But anyway, Mbeumo hits it nicely. And somehow we lead at the Etihad here, sorry, after 50 minutes. Can we hold this on? This would be an absolutely mega result for us. I think there's going to be a lot of work to do. Now, I was thinking, as we'll just see this, and then I'll go back to my thinking, but Shaw. Dorgu. Into Fernandez. Casemiro. Fernandez, we're having a good second half, it looks like here. Dill it out to Yoro. Yoro into Dallo. He was part of my thinking. Sesko! Oh, he hasn't caught it right. So Dallo was part of my thinking if it was 0-0 at the hour mark to bring Ahmad on. But I'm thinking now we've got a result to hold on to. Dallo is a little bit better defensively than Ahmad, but he has just picked up a yellow card. So that might swing things into doing that again. I think because of that yellow card, I'm going to bring Ahmad on at right wing back. I'm going to move Shaw over to left wing back, and I'm going to bring some experience on in Harry Maguire. Actually, I've changed my mind. I'm going to put Mazraoui on right wing back. He's better defensively. 20 minutes to go. I just realised I've become Amarim there. Something I hate that he does is always making defensive substitutions, and I've just done it myself. Mazraoui on at right back and Maguire in at centre back. Here we go. 10 minutes to go. We found Mazraoui on the right here. Oh, but he's given it away cheaply, and Man City get a turnover possession. That's Reindeers. One ball over the top, and it releases Haaland. Haaland to the right, surely. It is. Little feint to the right, and the goal was begging for that goal. That football in the back of it. And it duly accepted. Ah, that's a shame. Yeah, just turned off the shoulder there. Off the lit, it looks like. And then a little bit of a shimmy to the right. And easy finish, really. Laman's not doing the best there. 1-1 then. Okay, 10 minutes to go. I'm going to bring Ahmad on for Sesko. And I'm going to put Mbeumo up front. And we'll change Mbeumo to a deep line forward. So we'll do that. And I think we'll also bring in Ugarte for Casemiro, just to freshen up that midfield. So Ugarte on for Casemiro. Ahmad on the right, which will move Mbeumo up top. Sesko off. And before those substitutions, we've got a Man City free kick. This is slightly worrying. Ooh, just over the top. 6 minutes added on. Can we hold on to this then? This would be an absolutely brilliant point for us away to Man City. And it's looking good. It's looking very good. It is done. I will very much take that. Mbeumo opened the scoring. Haaland equalised. But we come away with a point. And that is a very good point. We've now got a point against both Arsenal and Man City. Just a shame about dropping all 3 points against Fulham. That's really let us down, really. Other results today, then Arsenal absolutely hammering Forest. Chelsea pick up a point away to Brentford. Liverpool only a point away to Burnley. Newcastle win. West Ham and Spurs to come. So currently, we are 9th in the league. And West Ham have got a game in hand. So would be as low as 10th after 4 games. And I think in those 4 games, having Man City and Arsenal, we probably would have taken 5 points. We wouldn't expect to not get any points away to Fulham. So it's been a little bit lopsided in terms of how those results have come about. Beat Burnley, lost to Fulham, draws against Arsenal and Man City. So I think from the first 4 games, early signs aren't too bad. We obviously want to try and finish in that top 6. Might be top 7 for Europa, but top 6 would fully achieve that. And I think early signs show that we're definitely in the hunt for that. I guess the only concern is 1 victory in the league so far. But as I say, it has been against stiff opposition. It's just that Fulham result. I know I keep saying about it, but that's the one that's let us down. So we'll next return, I think, for the Chelsea game. So we'll do the Middlesbrough game. Then I'll return for Chelsea. And we'll probably do both Chelsea and Liverpool on the next episode. So we'll do Chelsea, play through that game. Then we'll show you the results from Brentford and Sunderland. And then we'll show the Liverpool game. So yeah, that next run of 4 in the league, Chelsea, Brentford, Sunderland and Liverpool. We really need to be getting wins against Brentford and Sunderland. Chelsea and Liverpool might be difficult, but Chelsea is at home. I'd like to get at least 6 from those 12 points, I think. And then that will be 8 games down. But we would have played Chelsea, Liverpool, Arsenal and Man City in those first 8 games. And then the next run of fixtures in the league. apart from really Spurs, all harder games for Man United in this day and age, but it will then be Brighton, Forest, Spurs, Everton, Palace, West Ham, Wolves, Bournemouth, Villa, Newcastle, and Wolves to finish the year. So this is really the spell after Liverpool. If we want to be in the Europa League, we've got to be getting more wins than draws and losses in this spell. But as I say, next up will be Chelsea. We'll show you what happens against Middlesbrough in the Carabao Cup. But if you've enjoyed this episode, you're not already, please make sure you're subscribed. Do me a massive favour and like the video. Really helps out my channel, pushes it out to a wider audience, which helps me to continue to do these videos and more videos and series. So let me know what you think in the comments of this one so far, and we'll be back very shortly for that home game against Chelsea.